Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News presented by Summit Racing for May 17th, 2025. I cannot believe we're halfway through May, man. This is crazy. The level of drag and drive season that's about to start, you guys don't even understand. You're not grasping it. I'm telling you. Get comfortable, get your coffee, get ready. I know we're early this morning, but I have a huge day ahead of me. Steven, my brother's coming over, and we're gonna cut a tree down today. So I got to get in here. Got to give you guys this stuff. Absolutely crazy today. Well, again, welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News presented by Summit Racing for May 17th, 2025. We've got Streetcar Bragging Rights 2025 is underway. We're going to talk about rounds, some stories from the event. Matt Lang and Adam Hodson are going to be on. They are the promoters for Back to the Streets 2025. They're going to be on. It starts May 21st, which is in just 4 days. So we're going to have them on and kind of tell some stories about it and talk about some of the stuff that's coming up for it. Well, let's kick this thing off, guys. How about that? All right, guys, welcome to the Drag Driver Pete News presented by Summit Racing. My right-hand man, I want to give a big shout out to Eric and his wife. They are having just a weekend. They're having a weekend away, and I'm excited for them. The views of the place they're at, absolutely gorgeous. So I hope they are enjoying it. I hope they're not even watching this. I hope they're not up yet. I hope they're having a great morning. But guys, you got me. My name's Mike Narks. I'm the host of this show and the Drag Driver Pete show, which happens on Wednesday nights live, our 2-hour episode that really dives deep, has guests on. We talk about a lot more stuff. The news, though, this is a hammer through a ton of content for you guys from the Drag and Drive community. And, we can't do this without our race car friends. I want to say thank you so much for you guys being here this morning. There are folks coming in here. The way this is going to work is I'm going to do a segment and then read the comments, because doing this by yourself is pretty tough. So thank you so much for being our race car friends. Hit the share button right now as you get in here. And y'all, we can't do this without our sponsors. Big shout out to our sponsors. We're going to talk about Summit here in a minute. They are at Hyperfest this weekend, and some drifting stuff going on for them. So they don't just do drag and drive stuff. They do it all, man. So Summit Racing, Deech Works, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Y'all, if you're trying to spend some money or just look at parts, go to these folks. Do that first for us, please. We would appreciate that. Summit Racing's speed legacy began in 1968 as a one-man startup and is now the world's speed shop with 4 facilities and 200 plus catalog editions. Summit fuels your passion, saves you money, delivers fast, and offers top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app for easy access to speed parts. You can find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and on the On All Cylinders podcast if you like automotive discussions like this one you're listening to. From humble origins to the social media lane, Summit Racing stands by your need of full speed. You can find everything summitracing.com. And while you're over there, you need to hit up your boys and get a Drag Drive Repeat hoodie, t-shirt, big brim hat. Just type in Drag Driver Pete while you're on there. Eric and I are making a deal that if the first 5 people we see wearing a Drag Driver Pete shirt, whether it be the Summit merch or the race car friend stuff, we're going to give you $20, a big hug, and a sticker pack. So kind of excited. I ordered those stickers yesterday, so they should be here in time. Going to be awesome to have those. This is a limited edition Nobody can even buy this. This is the only way you're going to get it if you're wearing it. So excited about that. So while you're on Summit Racing, type in Drag Driver Pete, get some of that Summit branded merch. And then, like I said, Summit is at Hyperfest this weekend. They are over there. Look, the only reason I don't go to drifting stuff or ride in drift cars or anything like that is because I don't need another hobby. This is a hobby that I would love it. I truly think I would really, really enjoy drifting, but I'm just not going to do that, man. Oh man, I can't get into another automotive hobby. We've got too much stuff going on with Drag Driver Pete, with hosting the circuit, with Midwest Drag Race Series, with Tulsa Raceway Park, all that kind of stuff. But I will tell you, Eric is a big drifter, and that's why he built the 240. So I don't know. You guys are probably going to see some drifting stuff coming out. But if you're anywhere near Virginia International Raceway Park, run over and say hey to the guys from Summit. They've got the truck set up there. This is a few pictures that they posted on their social media page. Again, Hyperfest, Virginia International Raceway this weekend. Make sure you're over there. Make sure you say hey. Looks like we got some folks coming in here. Steven probably headed this way, hopefully soon. He's probably up earlier than he wants to be today, but I'll tell you, we got to get this tree cut down so we get our pool up so I can make my family happy. Jonathan Stonecipher in here, race car friends, and Josh Rich saying what up. All righty, well, let's get to it, guys. I'm excited about the stuff that's coming because for folks that have followed for, let's say, more than 3 years, this has been a long time coming. The Narcs cart is running. It has a transmission in it, and we're hopefully going to be driving it later today. We got to get this tree cut down first, but I did get it started yesterday. Got all of the fluids topped back off. If this thing works like it should, we should have it on Rocky Mountain Race Week. Now I know Bucket List Mob is coming, hopefully with the Winnebago. If this thing runs, I'm driving it to Tulsa. Whether I drive it on Rocky Mountain Race Week or not, I don't know yet. If they show up with the Winnebago, I'll ride in the Winnebago. If they don't show up with the Winnebago, which is completely fine too, I want those guys to have the best experience they can with their race cars. I'm going to drive this on Rocky Mountain Race Week because this thing has never finished a drag and drive. Now, I won't be racing, but listen, I want to take it. It does great burnouts. It's dumb and it draws a ton of attention, but being open on the sides makes the best media car out there. So you can really lean in and out everywhere on this thing. There's no bad shot that you can get from this car. So anyways, the Narcs cart is running. If you want to follow that, I don't know, not rebuild. It wasn't a rebuild. We should put a transmission in it. But if you want to follow that storyline, you can go over to Narcoleptic Customs and see all the stuff that's going on over there with it. All right, Driven Racing Oil. Oh, hang on. Jonathan's on server said it could have. That was on me. No. We probably could have finished Race Week 2020 in it. But hey, listen, I would have never told the story of driving 800 miles in one day in this thing, or 650 miles one day in this thing, if we had not rescued Jonathan Stonecipher from the side of the road and then went and got his truck and trailer and got to the hotel at 4:00 in the morning. Man, the story that came from that night was amazing. We need to sit down and tell that sometime in a podcast. All right, Driven Racing Oil, who is at Streetcar Bragging Rights. They are there this weekend. Please go by, see them, say hey. Driven Racing Oil is the performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application, whether launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or pushing the limits in top fuel drag boats and demo derbies. Winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cleaning and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil and enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance. Find them at Streetcar Bragging Rights this weekend at Rockingham Dragway or on drivenracingoil.com or Driven Racing Oil on all of the stuff, social media that you watch and all that. This weekend event stuff is streetcar bragging rights. Our boy John Mankia got interviewed yesterday. It was awesome. I was watching some of the interviews. I probably got to watch about 4 hours of content from it yesterday. Um, big shout out to Derek Putnam for putting on the greatest announcing that's out there right now. Man, that dude's doing a great job entertaining and telling all the fun stories and stuff. You can watch it on Freedom Plus, and then that track channel is actually on site, and so he'll have daily videos coming out. I didn't see one this morning, but who knows? He may have already put it up. So we should. Our plan is for episode 107 to dive deep, talk about all the drag and drive racers that are there, give updates on where they stood in their classes and all that kind of stuff. So we'll dive deep into that as Back to the Streets kicks off as well. So let's see a bunch of folks in here saying good morning. Trying to get to these as we run through. So big shout out to John Mankia. He's not typically a camera person, so I know that probably took a bunch for him to do that on live right there for on Freedom Plus. And then Mega Week, guys. Adam Dory is going to have Matt Frost on the That's Cool Drink live stream, but we are changing it up. Okay, so if you're watching this before episode 107 comes out, we're potentially moving episode 107 to Tuesday for the live stream. We got to talk to our guests and make sure that works, because Matt and Adam are going to be on Wednesday night for the That's Cool Drink live stream. So obviously Matt, the creator and promoter for the Rocky Mountain Race Week series, and obviously with Mega Week coming up, this is going to be crazy. So Adam Dory and Chad Reynolds are going to be hanging out with Matt Frost. They're going to talk Mega Week. They're going to do a Q&A session for anyone that wants to know some last minute information about Mega Week. This is going to be a big deal. Again, if you haven't been paying attention, Mega Week's the biggest drag and drive event that's ever happened in the history of ever. 550 plus cars, 1,300 plus miles. It's going to be absolutely insane. There's two groups of racers. There's a morning group and an afternoon group. There's drive days. There's the biggest award show we've ever seen. There's the biggest shootout in Rocky Mountain Race Week history. It's going to be absolutely nuts. And they're going to be talking about all of it. Again, Wednesday night. That's not typical for Adam. Usually he does Tuesdays, but he messaged me yesterday asking if we could flip. And I said, of course, I would love to help them promote Rocky Mountain Race Week in any way possible. And then especially Mega Week. And then, so Eric being gone, so I messaged him last night. Hadn't heard back from him yet, but surely we can move to Tuesday. And then we also need to talk to our guests. So anyways, Mega Week coming up. Make sure you have Adam Dory either saved on your YouTube channel, you're following him already, or you're following him on Facebook. And then That's Cool Drink podcast on there. Back to the streets. It is race week. Muncie Dragway, May 21st. Be there or be square. I wish I was going to be there. I'm going to be square. I'm sad. I'm really sad that I'm not going to be on site for this event. This one's crazy. This is a big one. We're going to talk to Matt Lang and Adam Hodson here in a few minutes. The second half of the show to talk about this event and all the stuff that's going on. So Muncie Dragway, Brown County, and Bunker Hill. This is going to be a wild event. We talk about Brown County all the time. They run a ton of no prep stuff. They are like the no prep king. And Matt Lang and Adam Hodson are bringing no prep drag and drive to Brown County. Heads up. I mean, this is one of the coolest formats if you want to do some heads up racing in drag and drive that you can do. And then on Sunday, they're going to do a back end banger at Muncie with the Mid America Customs team. I should have gone. I really should have gone. See some other folks in here. Jeremy Bonnet saying good morning. Oh, yeah. Lawrence Arnold saying he's running his second drag and drive event at Back to the Streets. Man, good luck. We wish you all the luck that's out there. Go kick butt, take names. And then Azim Sheik in here saying good morning as well. All right, so Back to the Streets, guys. I'm telling you, you got to find it. Motor Mania TV is going to be live streaming the event. Again, we're going to talk to Matt and Adam here in just a few minutes. That is our next event that's up. And then we are officially 2 weeks from the biggest weekend in drag and drive ever in all of ever history. This is going to be insane. I had said 800 cars before. I'm actually probably way under, to be honest. So Drop the Hammer kicks off May 30th through June 1st. 150 cars on site for that one. Olympic Streetcar Shootout, which we dug into in episode 106 of the Drag Driver Pete Show. Bremerton Raceway in Bremerton, Washington. Almost 100 people are signed up. So big shout out to the team over there. Sick on the Green, Beachbend Raceway in Kentucky. So tons of drag and drive stuff going on that weekend. Lots of regional stuff. All over the country, and I would assume there's going to be more than 100 cars at Sick on the Green. There were more than 100 cars at Sick at the Rock, and I would imagine it's going to be that or more at Sick on the Green because of the scheduling. And then the same weekend, so you've got that's 250, 350 cars, something like that. If we end up with 100 at Sick on the Green, Rocky Mountain Race Week Mega Week. More than 550 cars kicks off Saturday, May 30th with Tech Day at Tulsa Raceway Park. If you are, just buy a plane ticket, bro. Flying into Tulsa is cheap. It's right across the street. I'll run shuttles to Tulsa International Airport if I need to come pick up people that are coming in for Drag and Drive. I'm telling you, this is going to be the craziest event you've ever seen in the history of Drag and Drive. Day 0 is going to be Saturday. Tech and testing, 550 cars. Y'all, this is like this is next level shit. I want you to understand. Like this would be like the biggest car show you've been to for cool cars. Like every car that's going to be there is going to be awesome. Think of the level of cars that are going to be at Mega Week. Everything you've ever possibly seen or want to see is going to be there. Fast cars, slow cars, unique cars, ugly cars. The Narcs cart's going to be there. I mean, like it's going to be wild. Day 1 is at Tulsa Raceway Park. That'll be on Sunday. The cool thing about this is it really sets up for a huge weekend and a huge opportunity for us to introduce Drag and Drive to everyone in the world. Really, 2 weeks. 2 weeks we're going to be there. 2 weeks from right now, we'll be kicking off Tech. So Sunday, day 1, Group A starts at 8 a.m. Group B starts at 3 p.m. So we were racing all day long on Sunday at Tulsa Raceway Park. Then we drive to Flying H Drag Strip in Kansas City, Missouri. This is going to be cool. It's the first time a Drag and Drive has been at Flying H. This is going to be a great event. I love Flying H. It's beautiful. The way the pits are set up, the track is great. The facility is awesome. You guys are going to have a blast. And that kicks off a more than 400-mile drive for day 3, and then racing on day 4 at Thunder Valley. So essentially, some people will drive all 400 miles. Some people will make passes. You think about Group A at 8 a.m. If you are a one and done style person and your class is called early, you could be gone by like, I don't know, 11 a.m. on the road. Then you have 400 and something miles ahead of you, 450 miles ahead of you. You could probably cover that. I mean, you wouldn't want to. That'd be a long day. But who knows? Who knows where everybody's going to be staying? Surely there's going to be some kind of Waffle House party that's going to kick off somewhere in the middle of all of that. Again, trying to work out how we're going to even cover 2 huge groups like that. So day 2 is Flying H. Day 3 is a drive day from Kansas City to Oklahoma City. Day 4 is racing at Thunder Valley in Oklahoma City. Then we drive nearly 300 miles for day 5. That's right, 5 days in, we're going to Texas Motorplex in Ennis, Texas. And then day 6, right back up to Oklahoma to Tulsa Raceway Park. The cool thing about day 6 is that puts us on Friday, okay? Friday evening, there is a racer party and the awards for the week. So by day 5, you're locking in your 4 days of race average. That is going to lock in the standings for the averages and all of the standings that are based on, traditional drag and drive workload, right? So your average is based on your first 4 days. That will set the ladder and the race packages, race standings, I guess, for the biggest, most hugest heads up shootout in all of Drag and Drive. Adam Dory talks about it all the time. This could be like a 400 car bracket race. So the way they typically do it, they do the quick 8. That'll be now a quick 16. They'll do the fastest 16, the next fastest 16, the next fastest 16, and then open everything else to bracket cars, or well, to everyone that wants to race. You will set up in a bracket style. And you can find all the rules and stuff over at RockyMountainRaceweek.com. Or again, watch on Wednesday night, Adam Dory's podcast, That's Cool Drink. He'll have Matt Frost on, and they're doing a Q&A session, all that kind of stuff. So Mega Week, I'm telling you guys, that weekend, the weekend with Back to the Streets kicking off this week, getting us into the rotation, getting us back into some drag and drive coverage, then right into the weekend. 800 plus, 900 plus cars are going to be making passes across the country in some drag and drive form or fashion. Be ready. So for the folks that are here that have been here a long time, be ready. This is going to be absolutely insane. We're going to see a huge jump in followers. Everybody that covers drag and drive is going to see a huge jump in followers. Every news outlet is going to be following this along. I mean, this is 800 cars, 900 cars across the country. It's crazy. This is bigger than Super Week last year when Redwood Rally, Hot Rod Drag Week, and Race Week all happened on the same week. This is bigger than that because it's 3 days packed in. That is going to give us a ton of time or a ton of content coverage for Drag and Drive. It's going to be awesome. We're now up to 46 events for the 2025 schedule, and you can find that full schedule at dragdriverepeat.com/event list-2025. Sick on the green. Sorry, I didn't flip through any of these. I got too excited. That's typically what Eric does. So big shout out to him for keeping everything going here. Let's look at some comments here. We got Fast Ranger Motorsports in here saying good morning. Bob Ruppel, big block cars. Let's go. Oh, man. Carl B., we've already experienced a 45% increase in traffic with people looking for info on those events, and they run trailerburnouts.com. So big shout out to them, man. It's a great website as well that covers a lot of the drag and drive community. 45% increase in traffic. That's crazy. Bring it on. That's what we need for sure. Well, again, thank you so much to Driven Racing Oil for sponsoring our event update segment. And if you are anywhere close to Streetcar Bragging Rights, please go over and say hey to them. Talk to them, see what they got going on. And then Deechworks. Deechworks is a leading manufacturer of high-performance fuel system components. The DW product line includes fuel injectors, fuel pumps, pump modules, rails, regulators, filters, lines, and fittings, plus surge tanks, engineered to support power levels ranging from 400 to 2,200 horsepower. Since its founding, Deechworks has been committed to delivering quality, innovation, and precision to the automotive performance industry. Every DW product line is built to maximize reliability and efficiency, ensuring optimal fueling solutions for racers, tuners, and performance enthusiasts worldwide. Find them on deechworks.com. Screenshot this picture. Use that to spell Deechworks and go see what they got over there. I'm telling you, I was looking at the route or looking at the potential routes from Kansas City to Oklahoma City to Thunder Valley, and it looks like we could route right by Deechworks. So obviously, if we're that close, I'm gonna be running over there, saying hey to them, get you guys a quick run through of the facility and all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about Car Chains 3D. Our boy Corey Nicholson up there, man, taking care of business. Opened a new like storefront. Has been doing all kinds of cool stuff. It's awesome. Car Chains 3D should be your first choice for custom 3D printed parts for your project car. Corey can take your idea to reality. Maybe you are looking for that special car guy gift they can't get anywhere else. Corey can produce a one-off keychain or hat, which I'll show you in just a second, for that special person's special car. Find more at Car Chains 3D or on social by searching Car Chains 3D on Facebook and Instagram. I want to show you this real quick here. So these are hats that he's made as well. So this can actually double as or he could print two. Can make one a keychain and then one on a hat. Y'all, this is like actually the front picture of these people's vehicle. So this is a pretty cool product that he does. And then he's also a whiz with mounting. So he always is coming up with new ways to mount, Holly dashes or Tinker dash setup or Aces EFI, Fuel Tech, all that. So if you're looking for us, maybe a dash kit for your car. He probably has it. And if he doesn't, he probably has a way to figure out how to make it. So this one here, a new setup, it keeps your hazard lights in your Fox Body Mustang. So this is a pretty big deal for folks that don't want to just lay that handheld down in the floor. So you can take it, you can mount it now on your hazard light setup, which is pretty cool. Bob Ruppel in here saying that he's used some driven oil to break in the new engine. That's awesome. And then Rodney Hardier saying, I'm noticing at swap meets and etc., more and more people are aware of drag and drive and wanting to experience. It's growing well. And that's the whole thing, man. We really want to keep this community with the right mindset. We want to have promoters that care. And a lot of times, promoters that have done events in the past, man, they just know what they're looking for. They know what they want out of an event. You know, maybe this event didn't have what they wanted. Hey, I can change it. I can do some things like that. One of those folks is Matt Lang, who's backstage right now. I see him backstage, but we're only a few minutes away from him being on. I promise. All right, well, let's talk about streetcar bragging rights because it's going on right now. If you're tired of me talking about it, I'm sorry. I'm having a blast. There are 500 plus racers on site at Streetcar Bragging Rights. Absolutely insane. This one here, big shout out to Nate Prater. Big shout out to Derek Putnam, who's doing a great job announcing the Streetcar Bragging Rights Shootout, which is what I was watching most of yesterday. I really liked the format of it because there's no times on the boards. No one knows. I mean, they probably have a way to know what time they ran, but they don't have nobody knows what everybody else ran. So they won't do standings until the end of qualifying rounds, which is super cool. So the boards are off, but when they start racing, the boards will be on. So that's always a plus for us at home who want to know what these guys are running. 3 rounds of blind qualifying, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, probably starting here any minute if they're not already going. And then racers must complete 1 round of qualifying. Class will be split into 4 separate classes of 16 based on qualifying. So the quickest 16 will be in the elite class. The 17 through 32 are going to be in the wild class. 33 through 48 are in mild, and 49 through 64 are in daily. There were 125 spots sold for this class. So there's like 60 people that aren't getting a spot. So if you don't think people are going to turn their stuff up last night, you are wrong, because I watched a lot of Q1 and I'm telling you guys, people spun like crazy. The track was like 140 degrees. It was direct sunlight, 95 degrees outside. Definitely not the conditions you want to be racing in. But Q2 was in the evening. I haven't had a chance to get to Q2 yet. I'm pumped to watch that and see how much better it got as the night went on. I should be watching that hopefully tomorrow as I'm laid up after cutting this tree down. So a lot of big names, a lot of names in the streetcar bragging rights shootout. We get names like Tim Blythe, who had a great pass in Q1, Jim Braun, Barry Cook, Tyler Garlock, Winder Gomez, Jim Treadle, Brett LaSala, Zach Myers in Snot Rocket 1.5, which is cool. David Armentrout, Graham Hayes, who absolutely laid it down after he had to pedal. I think he pedaled like 3 times, and then that car, it had to be going 180. I saw Josh Davis. He spun and just kind of cruised down the track. Richard Flint, Jeremy Ortiz, Mike Cataline, Kyle Cartwright, Robbie Dowdy, Brandon McKillis, Anthony Harville, Billy Hoskinson, Scott Thompson, John Mankia, Dean Moslow in the 300ZX primo stuff, and then Cameron Moncanchi. Man, it was those are just the racers I saw. I know there's a ton more racers that are there, that are drag and drive racers that are there in that class. My plan is for episode 107 to dive deep, to go right into it and talk about all the racers that are there, all the stuff they put up, all the times, everything like that. But obviously streetcar bragging rights, without putting up the times, we don't know what they ran. I'm telling you though, some of these guys put down a great pass, like Dean Maslow's pass. Wow, it was awesome. Extreme 28's the only drag and drive racer I recognize, and there's Brett LaSala, number 1 qualifier, 647 at 193 miles an hour. And then Streetcar Index, which was the largest class of the thing. I think they had like 150 plus racers signed up for the Streetcar Index. David Fontaine, longtime drag and drive racer, eliminated in round 5 on an 11.0 dial. Dude ran a 10.988. It was heartbreaking. Made it all the way to round 5 and then just goes just a smidge too fast. John Mankia also eliminated in round 5 against Jimmy King. And this race, it was close. I wish I had taken the times down because he would have won. He was closer to the dial, but he was off on reaction time. So like his total, they were trying to meet at the line. I don't understand. It's like bracket racing index. I don't know. Derek Putnam says like open comp, which I don't even know what that is. All I do is drag and drive stuff, so I don't know what all that means. But looking through Streetcar Index, that looked like a huge class, and a lot of our drivers, a lot of drag and drive racers were in there. Again, episode 107 going to hit this week. We're going to talk about all of that stuff. And then the heavyweight class, big shout out to our boy Alan Whitaker, number 2 qualifier. Come on, buddy. 742 with a 1. John Moore of More Speed, number 5 qualifier with an 849. And then, of course, Rich Guido, number 11 qualifier with a 9:058. So I'm sorry, I didn't write Rich Guido in here. So congratulations to those guys. That's pretty awesome to see them down there just kicking butt, man, taking names. Ken over here, Ken White, Drag and Drive Life UK, saying good morning to everyone. I think it's evening for him. And then speaking of UK stuff, Tom Bagley's been posting here the last few days about his trip going to be coming over to the US for Rocky Mountain Race Week Mega Week. So he's got to get over here a couple of days before and then, start working on the Knapsack Mustang. So again, big shout out to Corey at Car Change 3D. We appreciate his support coming in here, being such a big part of our program here at Drag Driver Pete. Molly Motorsports, not just cool dudes. They are also drag and drive racers. They're not just sponsors. They're awesome folks that will be at the circuit. And you can see Eric Grillo's car there on the right, the Nova. That is a 10-second stick shift car that he will also be racing at Mega Week. Attention high performance enthusiasts and racers, meet the Molly Motorsport Power Pack Kit, your ultimate solution for Power Pack performance. The Power Pack pistons are made from either 4032 aluminum alloy to allow for tighter cylinder to wall clearances and improved temperature stability, or 2618 alloy to allow for increased detonation resistance. What sets Molly apart? Forged pistons, Grafol coating, and phosphate treatment for peak performance and durability. Elevate your ride with Molly Motorsports, where performance meets precision. Visit mollymotorsport.com for more details. And for everyone listening to this, Molly is spelled Mahle. The gentleman's agreement is simply this: I love doing this. Eric loves doing this. We just need your help. We just need your help. Okay. We're going to keep doing this on this side, but as the gentleman's agreement, we agree we'll continue to do this. You hit that follow or subscribe button that you're sitting there by right now. If you're watching this, make sure you're keeping up on all the stuff. That's what it is. That's the gentleman's agreement. We can't verify that you do it, but hey, we need you guys to do that. That's what I'm saying. And then thank you so much to our race car friends. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming in this morning. I know we are early, but I'm telling you, it's going to be great. It's going to be worthwhile because now you got an hour more per day to get out and do your stuff. So hit the share button. We're going to bring Matt on here in just a moment. And then thank you to our sponsors. We cannot do this. The travel, the equipment, all the stuff that they allow us is, we appreciate their support. Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Hey, Brian Extraman here saying done and done on all 3 platforms. Man, we really appreciate you doing that. Oh, hey, Ken says it's only 14:30 there, so 2:30 p.m. So not too late. That's awesome, man. Hope you have a great afternoon. Drag Driver Pete and the Power Tube TV deal, man, this is awesome. We love that they provide us an opportunity to introduce automotive enthusiasts to the drag and drive world. with all the content that we produce. They show our shows over there. We do exclusive content for them from events and things like that. So rev up your engines with PowerTube TV, the ultimate destination for automotive entertainment. You can stream for free on the web. You can download it on Roku and mobile apps, and then you can catch replays of our shows. Like I said, exclusive content from other creators. And then Pink's 2.0 coming out June 13th. They're racing, so a month. And then Pastime is coming back as well. So I'm really excited about those two coming back. So PowerTube TV isn't just a platform or isn't just an app. It's a community. There's you can be part of the creator content development program like we are. And, so if you're a content creator, reach out to us. We'll get you in touch with Ray and the team over there. All right, Howard's Cams, and then we're bringing in our buddy Matt Lang.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Harris from the Monoxide Podcast. Real quick, Howard's Cams was founded as a racing cam manufacturer almost 80 years ago when Howard Johansson created Howard's Power and Racing Equipment in 1945. Howard's Cams has always used on-track experience to design the most powerful designs, and today they have an even greater group of experienced racers in circle track, drag racing, road race, mud bog, and marine. They use all this input plus the most advanced computer software to design the most competitive race-winning products. From pioneers in drag racing and oval track to cutting-edge marine development, Howard's Cams is at the forefront of the industry. So make sure to reach out to our friend Luke B for your next valve train upgrade.
All right. Well, I just wanted a big shout out to Luke B. He's awesome. And Howard's Cams, they've been around here for a long time. All right. I got Sean Rose in here saying good morning as well. Well, let's do this, man. Let's bring in Mr. Matt Lang. There we go. How are you this morning, sir?
Good. How are you? Good morning.
Man, I'm excited. This is I don't talk to you enough, to be honest. The event you're putting on is badass. It's obviously back to the streets. This is what, y'all's third or fourth year?
Third year, yep.
Oh, man, that is so cool, dude. And what's funny is, like, I feel like it probably takes that many years to, like, get kind of in this rhythm of, like, hey, we're going to keep doing this. Y'all just come on, just sign up, just get in here. Let's have some fun. This is the format. Let's go,
Yeah, we're definitely more established this year.
And then made a big move, man. I want to talk about this because this is awesome. The tracks you've got. Hey, has anybody heard me say Brown County yet? I don't know if anybody's heard me talk about you going to Brown County, but I'm pumped about that, man. That is so awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. We are the first people to race at Brown County this year.
Oh, man, it's going to be bad to the bone, dude. Like the level of cars you have, the route that you guys are going, the tracks. I mean, you got Muncie, you got Bunker Hill, you got Brown County. Kind of walk us through how all of that came about.
Okay, so obviously we started this event up here in Michigan in 2023. We had, let's say, light car count, but I knew the vision was right. Mm-hmm. So Adam Hodson kind of came on board and gave his opinion of, hey man, let's move this down to Indiana, see if we can get a different crowd. And man, did it work. We have more than doubled car count this year. We got, like you said, Brown County, one of the biggest no prep tracks in the country, mm-hmm. on board. Yeah, it's worked out really well.
Well, and I think what's cool is like your timing is good, and you actually made this move before there were, the like Michigan Miles was posted and all that kind of stuff. Like this is a move. There's not many drag and drives in that part of the country this year. There's a lot of stuff in Michigan, so you'd really had been competing with a lot of other drag and drive events, and so this move here, man, gets you closer to the middle. Obviously, gets you closer to Adam's pool of people. He's a big time racer just like you are. This gives you guys I feel like a wider range that you're pulling from. I start looking at Michigan, I'm like, man, that's pretty far away for folks like here in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Indiana's not that far.
Right. And it's kind of like a peninsula up here, so it's tough to pull from anywhere else. Indiana's centralized. So
yep. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then, of course, Bunker Hill's a great 8th mile track at Brown County. I mean, dude, it's just going to be iconic, man. The the shots of the cars there, I don't know. I'm probably putting too much emphasis on Brown County, but because Muncie's a great track. Muncie is a great track. And then you guys are doing something else with Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday will be a big end banger. Backside, no prep. Yeah, start from the finish line of the track and run through the shutdown. So
wow,
it's a great time.
That's going to be pretty cool because, like, as you begin this whole process, man, I can't imagine putting something like that together too. So it's not only that, now it's like a huge event.
Right. Yeah, we try and bring some race cars in at the end also, not just drag and drive guys, and see if our drag and drive friends can beat up on some race cars.
That's right. That's right. Well, lay down the format for everybody.
So day one, we'll do a chip draw. In fact, I got some new chips this year I can share with you guys.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Chip draw. So by class, let's say you're in stick shift. There's 15 cars in stick shift this year.
Wow.
You'll pull either a red or a black chip with a number on it. That number will denote the car you're going to race against. We'll put pairings together and run first round heads up right off the trailer, no testing. Second round, if you won, you'll stay in A bracket for your class. And if you lost, you'll go to B bracket. So the winners will race winners and the losers will race the losers. Same thing, we'll chip draw to get pairings. Second and third day, we'll follow that same format. On the fourth day, we have basically a shootout. So if you won more than 50% of your races, 50% or more, you are in A bracket. If you lost more than 50% or more, then you're in B bracket. And we'll just run those out like a normal bracket and get our winners.
That's awesome.
We are recognizing first place, second place in A bracket, first place and second place in B bracket. So,
that's cool.
4 winners for every class. It's going to be a great time.
Wow, man, good luck. That's tough.
Yeah, actually, I have the trophies here. If I could share.
Oh yeah, let's see those. Hang on, let me put you full screen. Oh yeah. Dude, that is one thing I'll say. You've always had an amazing eye for trophy stuff. Like that first year, I came in 23 and sadly didn't make it last year or this year, but man, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Like just your vision to have, to give that to folks. Because look, we all know we don't do this for money. We do it for trophies. And that's something like, a wife would probably let you put that on the mantle.
Right. Yeah, it's super nice. We're going to give like mounts for it this year, so you can put it on the mantle. So. Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. Yeah, Brooks in here saying sounds like an awesome event. It's really cool. Like the one thing I do like about this is that it truly does give that heads up racer, that guy that's like, man, I don't want to run test and tunes all week. You've heard that, you've done drag and drives before. It gives that guy the opportunity to really go out and go heads up against some other, heavy hitters. And it's the one thing we talked about early on, like probably 2022, is like, how do you do this and not send people home because they got eliminated? And that's where the format comes in. So that's super cool, man.
That's how I developed the format, and I think it works great, keeping everybody racing all weekend, but also keeping that competition, where it needs to be. So
well, and Matt Walter came in 2023 and just like kicked ass. I think he kicked ass again last year, right?
He did, yeah.
Simple NA car out there just destroying folks. And as race cars pulled in on trailers, all of the drag and drive guys were there, still working out of their trailers, out of their little car trailers. And these people were pulling in like, wait, y'all drove that on the street? So, dude, you had to have people make that pull from the year before to the next year. Like, oh my gosh, okay, I can do this. I can make that drive.
Yep. Yeah, we had a couple cars that changed over, and it's been fun. Matt actually made the shirt this year, as you can see on the screen, the white third gen Camaro stick shift car. Yep. He's gonna have his hands full. Like I said, we got 15 stick shift cars this year.
Yeah, he's going to have his hands full for sure. Well, I want to talk about the announcers. You've got two coming up. Lil Carter on the mic. He was there in 2023. I think he was there in 24. But then also now this year you've added Josh Castle too, right?
Yep. So Josh is going to come in as the data guy up in the tower. I love that aspect that he brings
Yep.
to the races. He's gonna announce the entire event. Will come down for Brown County and Muncie shootout on the finals on Sunday or Saturday, I should say. So yeah, I'm really excited about that dynamic that Will's on the line and Josh is up in the tower. So.
Oh yeah, that's going to be good. And man, Will's like he like brings up the energy, like just elevates it, and the later it gets in the rounds, the more and more it gets. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, I think his logo kind of captures that pretty well. He's full of energy for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm excited about Josh being there. I love Josh. His level of data, just like you said, like him knowing the stats, having all that, man, he's a great announcer. Brooks, you're saying, man, once I get the red car back together, I'm there for stick shift.
Sounds good.
Yeah, bring it on, right? And then Sean Rose saying he's making it next year. I'll have all my shit ready. 3 broke down diesel trucks, what's holding me back right now. Eesh, ouch. Yeah, that's no fun at all.
Nope.
Let's see. Yes, let's talk about this bounty, dude. One of the only dragon drives out there that's putting a bounty on people's heads. Got Austin Sanchez. That guy's just, I mean, he's kind of mopped up small tire, right? Last 2 years.
He's been undefeated for 2 years running.
Oh my
Somebody has to take him down. So.
That's awesome. And hey, just so everybody knows, you can still get in on this. So if you have a fast small tire car, get in, because man, you can, like, how much is it to enter, and then you can walk away with $500 if you beat him.
It's $350 to enter, $500 obviously, like you said, to beat him, and there's some other stuff in the works for people that actually show up to this event.
Oh man, that's awesome, dude. And I think that's what's really fun about, this is your 3rd year. You're kind of getting this like rhythm going. Now you've got all the hard stuff out of the way. Like the format, the classes, things like that. That's all very, very hard and time consuming. So you've got kind of a good handle on that. And then now it's like, hey, let's have some fun, like with the bounty. And then did you add 2 classes this year?
I did. Yep. We added index classes just to give some other guys, let's say a big tire car that doesn't really fit any of our other classes. Now they have a place to race. Motorcycles. We actually have 2 guys interested in racing motorcycles this year, potentially.
Yes.
It's kind of a catch-all, but it gives everybody somewhere to race.
Well, and that's what regional events should be, to be honest. I feel like we are the gateway drug, man. Yeah. We're the ones that are like, come on in, the water's fine.
Right.
How cool. Okay, what else we got to talk about here? We Motor Mania TV, dude. I almost forgot. Yeah, that's going to be badass.
So the 2nd year running, Motor Mania TV is going to do our live stream. We're super happy about this. They did a great job last year. I've been talking to Mark Walter already about where he's going to set up and how he's going to get the best shot. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. And the size of channel they have helps bring more attention to the event, obviously. But then that's one thing you're not having to worry about. Right. We made the mistake of the Circuit 2024, me and Eric trying to run the live stream and do the event, and dude, it's too hard. But with a professional like Motor Mania TV, man, they're gonna have it out there, and they're gonna be able to cover that, and you not even have to worry about it.
Yep, works out perfectly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so let's talk about what else we got going on, man. What are you most excited about? What's coming up? I mean, you're in the last few days of things. What are some things you need or you want people to know?
So I don't know if you can put me live or full screen again, but I got our license plates again this year. Everybody gets a license plate with entry. Event stickers.
That sticker's so badass.
We're doing class stickers again this year. Shout out to Detroit Battery. Thank you for being a 3-year title sponsor.
That's awesome.
We're just stepping everything up. So
yeah,
we're doing wristbands that are customized. So it's,
dude, that's pretty cool. I love the put that wristband back up, because I think that's one thing that's really cool too. Yeah, that's awesome, because you can, like, that becomes sentimental. That becomes something for somebody to keep. I mean, it's going to end up in a junk drawer probably, but they'll always have it. Whenever they're looking for that next set of batteries, they're going to see that and be like, "Oh man, I had a great time at that event."
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that everybody's doing really well. We've seen a huge step up in um, hospitality, I guess is probably the best way to say it. You know, like everybody's really taking care of everybody.
So that's a great point. Actually, last night, Scott Montgomery dropped off 100 pounds of pulled pork, 40 pounds of mac and cheese. I got 260 beers, 250 waters. We are ready to support our racers. We will provide food for everybody one night. I have food trucks coming.
Oh man,
Got some breakfast stuff for everybody. It's this event. We try and do it for the racers. So
yeah. And dude, that's one of the best things about these, right? Because we know, 100%, I know 100%. You don't eat if
no,
unless they're standing there saying, "Hey, here's some food," because we're all hanging out together. We just don't eat. You know, we get our calories through beers at the end of the night.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. How many pounds of pulled pork?
100. My fridge is
Oh,
the freezer in the motorhome is full.
dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Yeah, Sean Rose saying sounds like a party. I love to eat. Yeah. Well, with 100 pounds of pulled pork, you're definitely going to have a spot to do that. And back to
yeah.
the streets again, guys. It's this week. It's race week, dude. Are you anxious? Are you like, I'm anxious for you? What am I talking about? I'm anxious for you.
I'm actually calm, cool, collected. This is
Oh,
the first year that I feel really good about
that's
where we're
awesome.
at. I've
Yeah,
been able to spend a lot more time, kind of just tweaking in what we do to improve every aspect. I think has been improved. So
man, that's awesome, dude. All right, listen. Thank you for coming on. I
no problem.
appreciate it. I know it's early this morning. We're watching, man. We're going to be here. We're going to be sharing all the posts and stuff like that throughout the week. We're going to, if for folks that are out there, if you want to sign up, it's still available. There's still spots. I mean, I'm sure you would take people day of. Listen,
Yes,
get in your car, get it on your plan, get in there. No prep. Heads up, drag and drive. It's the only one in the country with this, the only one in the world with this format. The only one in the world. So be a part of history, man. Be out there. Be at the biggest back to the streets yet. Because I'm telling you, it's only getting started, dude. You're only getting started.
yep. Thank you, Mike, for having us on. We really appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you soon. Good luck.
Have a good day.
See you. Man, I'm telling you, that event, badass. It's badass. What's really cool is the level of people that you see there, the folks that are racing. Just man, it's a whole other class of racer. These are a lot of heads up guys that make the drive that, Austin and his co-pilot stopped every 18 miles to fill up the car because they didn't want to change over the no prep car to a street car. He has since added a bigger fuel cell and is enjoying this drag and drive life. Again, I wish I was going to get to hang out with Josh Castle. Man, that guy's awesome. Will, great dude on the mic too. Always keeping the level of enthusiasm high, which is great. And somebody, listen, I want somebody to take this money. Somebody take this money, but also I kind of want Austin to keep winning too. It's so much fun. And Motor Mania TV, make sure you're subscribed over there on YouTube and Facebook and stuff so you can see when they are posting stuff out. And again, thanks so much to Howard's Cams and Luke B and the team over there. If you need any valve train component, hit them up. Let's talk. We can get you in contact with him. We can message, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's talk about some racing junk stuff because found on Racing Junk, if you guys don't remember, Racing Junk Classifieds actually created a drag and drive segment for us to use, or for you guys, not for us, for you guys, that is out there. I'm getting the posts opened up now. This was something that's important because when you are on a drag and drive event and something breaks and you need to find it, a lot of times we go to Facebook Marketplace. This gives us a whole other resource. You can search by different areas. You can search where you're at, all that kind of stuff. And Racing Junk Classifieds tens of thousands of listings, hundreds of thousands of listings probably out there. So looking to buy or sell your dream car or parts, Racing Junk Classifieds has you covered. As the official buy sell partner of Drag Driver Pete, Racing Junk is your go-to destination for everything from race cars to trailers to engines and more. With thousands of listings updated daily, you're sure to find exactly what you need to fuel your passion. Got something to sell? Reach the right audience fast and hassle-free. Join the Racing Junk community today and experience the ultimate marketplace for gearheads like yourself. Visit racingjunk.com right now. And as of this morning at 6 a.m., there were 36 cars listed in the Drag and Drive segment. So let me jump on here. I'm going to share my screen. First one we're going to pull up is an easy one here. This is a 1992 Mustang LX street drag car. This car looks pretty good. Fox body, obviously hatch. Says it makes 800 horsepower. Car's been 860 has been 966 in the quarter mile with the C4 and ET street tires. Odometer has 70,000 miles on it. 16 grand, man. 16 grand. That sounds like a pretty good deal. Got a Novi blower on it. Get it up here with the photos so you guys can see. I'm not as good at this as Eric is. Interior of the car looks really, really nice as well. This is a nice car. I can't tell. It doesn't look like there's like a halo bar or something. So maybe this car is good to 10.0, I would think, with a bar and door bars. Again, I don't see the bars coming up at the dash. So not necessarily an 850, but maybe you can get in and do a 10.0 in this car, which is a hell of a street car. So again, $16,000, man. I feel like that's a pretty good deal. Listed April 12th. So it's been on there about a month. That means some negotiation, and it's in West Virginia. Very fast street car. Approximately 850 horsepower, clean West Virginia title, no rust, original single owner, super cool setup there. And then the next car that we're going to talk about, not an ad, right here, this pro street race car. Y'all, sometimes I'm a budget minded guy. Okay. I like cheap stuff. Inexpensive stuff is probably the better way to say that. But sometimes this right here is something you guys would want to see. Nope. Sorry. Let me share this tab. How about an expensive car? First gen Camaro, $130,000, which is a lot. Listed March 2nd. So this thing being expensive, going to be listed a little bit longer. This car is nice. Anywhere, everywhere, all over. This car has all of the parts and pieces you would want. Pro Street setup. Look at how clean underneath the hood is. Big block car, obviously. Interior, super nice. Several pictures of it. Lots of pictures of the interior. But it's just very well put together. This is a car that you could cruise through the parking lot at a car show or on the track as well. It looks like big fuel cell. You know what that means. They're ready for some street driving. Give me some suspension shots here. It's like a fuel tech setup in it as well. Yeah, the whole, man, wow. You could eat off the bottom of this car. Somebody took really, man, already got a engine tray. Wow. That's a nice car. Let's see about some of the details here. 68 Camaro Pro Street race car, tagged and insured to drive a race. Skip White Performance 632. It's got weld wheels, NHRA 850 cage, 410 gears, 400 shot of nitrous. Runs a consistent 520 on a 400. An absolute show car and must see to appreciate. $130,000. This car is located in Sumter, South Carolina. If we had done this yesterday, you could have picked this car up and drove it to streetcar bragging rights, but that's not how that works because we didn't do this yesterday. Let me get back to the shot of this car before we end our Racing Junk Classifieds segment. Y'all, car's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And these are the kind of things you can find on Racing Junk Classifieds, as well as all of the other stuff you would have any kind of need for and be interested in purchasing. So again, find your next drag and drive car drag and drive parts on racingjunkclassifieds.com. And then again, thank you so much for being here this morning. I appreciate you guys. I know we were in early, getting this thing knocked out before Stephen and I go cut down a tree in my backyard and start putting the pool up. I'm excited about that. Guys, thank you so much again. Love you. We'll see you soon. And then thank you to our sponsors. Appreciate them for all the support they provide. Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Y'all, we can't do it without them. Please, if you are looking for spots to spend some money, do it with them. Sean Rose here. Last comment before we bounce. He said, that thing's super nice. I got a 68 with a 496 back half, 4-link, big tire car ready to go to the track. 33,000 down there in Texas. We'll have to look for that on Racing Junk. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.